So firstly, we went to Shetwood Primary School, where the two children who were killed yesterday came from that school to speak to the principal and teachers, interact with the kids for a little bit, just so that they know that we are here for them and that we understand the kind of grieving that they must be going through and shock at having two young children killed by a gunman yesterday. We then moved to Salt Spring because that's actually where it happened. And also, there is a small school in Salt Spring that the police had adopted pretty much for the last 4.5 years. And that area has not had any violence there or any shootings for the last 4 years or so. And so it was quite traumatic for the young children at that school to have people shot just outside the school. We are obviously responding along with our military counterparts to what is happening in the St. James area widely, but more importantly in these communities. Having spoken to the parents of both children, the JCF will provide counseling services from our chaplaincy branch.
Information coming to us so far from our police sources is that a gunman alighted from bushes and shot up a taxi, a public transportation vehicle. Apparently, there was someone who was the target. That person was killed. But two innocent young Jamaicans, one 9 years old, one 7, students, have nothing to do with any conflict, are not a part of any dispute, just innocent children going about their own business, looking forward to their lives, their future, and they were gruesomely cut down. I think the Parliament should stand in condemnation of this. It is important that each time that this happens, we declare and reinforce that our nation does not stand for this. It doesn't reflect us. It has arisen from a gang feud. The people who are responsible are gang members. And they have used high-powered weapons indiscriminately in a public space with what can only be assumed to be the intention to create fear and panic in the country. In my opinion, Madam Speaker, it is the equivalent of a terrorist act. And these criminals ought to be described and treated in that form. I want to give the assurance to the nation that the government will do everything within its powers to bring the perpetrator to justice. But in a sense, that might be hollow, because it will not bring back the life of the two young Jamaicans who we have lost. My heart goes out to the parents who at this time, and their family members and loved ones, and the children at the school. We cannot explain to them why this has happened, but we must be steel in our resolve to ensure that it doesn't happen again. We have it within our purview in this House to create the deterrence, to use the laws to create the deterrence.